So welcome everyone at home and here in the yurt. Avia, why? It's really exciting that you're joining us. Um, okay, can everyone see me? Can you see me? Yeah, Jody. So it might be something with I can see your ceiling. I don't know if it has something to do with it. Um, yeah. Okay. So welcome. What what a year, what also a parasha, the, the biblical portion for this week. Um, so yeah, today I'd like to touch both both in how to look in pain in the eyes and also love. Pain and love, they are very connected. Um, welcome, Sharon. Welcome. Good to have you. So let's start with a grounding meditation. A grounding meditation, as we will touch soon, um, our heart is really, really important. It's a very important organ, but also it's an organ that is associated with our bina, with our um, in a certain type of intelligence, more like emotional intelligence. But also it's one of the sphira, one of the divine emanation. Um, so the HRV breath, which is basically breathing in a rhythm, smooth and focused, following following a certain meter. And today meter will be the sound of the Tibetan bowls. So it sounds like this. When we hear this, we inhale. And when we hear this, we exhale. Can you hear me all right over the music, over the Tibetan buzz? All right, good. So just finding any comfortable position. You can sit, you can lay, whatever. Uh, yeah, according to how you feel right now. Maybe you can start with asking yourself, what would serve you best now, to sit or to lay? And taking a deep breath in and full breath out. We start with checking in with the body. How is my mind operating right now? Fast, slow, focused on one thing, or spread in between few or many? How does my body feel right now? Is there tension somewhere? Heaviness, contraction, expansion, tingling, light, or any other sensation that you might be aware of right now? How does the body feel? Maybe you feel the weight of your body against the chair, the cushion, the mattress, your bed. Maybe the sensation of the air flows in and out. And checking in also with the emotions, if there is any specific emotion that you might feel right now. Happy, sad, excited, nervous, frustrated, guilt, shame, compassion, love, or really anything. We're not looking for a specific thing, but just looking what is right now. Bring back the attention to the breath as we are aware of the body. And if it fits you, only if it fits you, no need to force anything, really. Starting to breathe with the sound of the Tibetan bowls when this is the sound of the inhalation and this is the exhalation. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Slowing down the breath. It's not so much about the volume, but it's about first pacing our breath. Inhale slowly and exhale slowly. Try to keep the flow in or out. So we always breathe in or out. See if you can really sense your body expands and contracts with every breath. As you breathe and aware of your body and mind, I'd like to start with acknowledgement that I'm speaking from Nipaluna, Nuttrawita, also known as Tasmania. I would like to acknowledge the traditional guardians of this space, the Awanina people, who are a part of the Palawa people. And I pay my respect for their elders, past, present, and emerging, and acknowledge their deep spiritual connection, both to the ground, to the earth, and to the heavens. And as you breathe, in the HRV, in the heart rate variations, breath, the heartbeat actually changes accordingly. And I invite you us to take a moment and pay our respect to your elders, to your ancestors. And if you would like to invite some of their support to support you in this session, please feel free to do so. As you breathe, and before coming back, I invite you to just check in with yourself. How do you feel after 5 minutes of breathing? And in your own time and way, coming back. Hmm. In our last session in Parashat Toldot, we talked about how important it is to harmonize the worlds, the materialistic world, or the material world, and the uh, spiritual realms also. And this is the lower realm where we live, and and also we spoke about how challenging it is, because the nature of material is that it calls for more. It calls for more. It happened to me with chocolate. I eat chocolate. It's good. It's tasty. I'm not hungry, but I just want more of it. Or or we earn money, and just it's like there is almost like a feeling of like, I just want more of it. Just want more of it. And also the spiritual world. When I have spiritual experiences, it's kind of like, ooh, almost like they're putting the materialistic world in. I don't need that. All I need is spiritual connection, which on some levels is true. So so it's like a magnet. It's like a strong magnet, and polarity. And the question is how to harmonize the contrast. And we spoke about that in the last parasha, in the last meeting. And then one parasha after, 1 week after, Jacob had a dream with the ladder, Sulam Yaakov, which in this dream he saw angels coming up and down from heavens to earth. And this connection, it's a great, very big hint of uh, how the higher worlds coming down to us to here and affecting us, and also how we affect the higher realms. And we do this with machshava, dibur, v'maaseh. We do this with our thoughts. We change our world and also the worlds up there, the parallel world for higher realms, and with what we say and with what we do. Machshava, dibur, maaseh. These are in a way the three garments of the soul. how it manifests in this world. And because the soul is highly connected to the higher realms, of course that it's also connected, also affecting higher realms. And in this parasha, Parashat Vayishlach, Jacob, and actually many others, but we'll focus on Jacob. He really touches pain. He really touches pain. And there is this really, such a friction with Esav, with his brother, and they had a big fight, and Jacob had gone through a big transformations, really growing up, really maturing, and he's contacting Esav, his brother, and this brother, like he realizes that his brother is coming to meet him with 400 soldiers. So Jacob obviously is kind of, okay, uh, uh, the conflict might really turn into a war, and he sends him a lot of gifts, like a peace offering, and he has a dream, and in this dream, it's more like it's more like a nightmare, and in it, Jacob is wrestling with an angel. And it's really interesting angel. Just yesterday, I've heard a lesson from Rabbi Yaakov Warshevsky, my teacher, uh, and he talks about from that's also from the Zohar. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai talks about that uh, every time when in Bereshit it's mentioned a lot malachim, angels. And every time it's mentioning angels, it's more like what they refer to also is their emotions and their hormones. So in a way, every feeling that we are feeling here in this realm, it's also somewhere up there. And it's a really nice way to look at it. So if I am feeling happy, okay, that's the happy angel now. If I'm angry, oh, okay, that's the angel of anger is with me. But it helps me um to look at the emotions rather than being the emotions, to look at the emotions. And this is a major part of both trauma processing work and also mindfulness and breath work. As we step into ourselves and inquire and explore ourselves, we are bound to find unpleasant experiences because we are not just, we're not flat, we're deep. And in the depth, um, there is a lot of love and beauty and also pain. And it is only a matter of time until we meet it. So how we meet it is it's quite it's quite quite important. How we meet it almost defines what it is and and what we are also, or how we feel. So it's not so much what it is that matters, but what matters is our relationship with it. So if I'm angry and I'm thinking and attached so much to this anger and say, I'm so angry, I'm a bad person or whatever, my narrative about anger, to, there is anger in me and I can look at it. I'm really angry, but I'm looking at it. It's already not me. It's already, there is a separation. So back to Jacob. Jacob had this dream where he wrestles with an angel or with an emotion. And he just spoke with his brother. His brother is preparing an army. And yeah, he had this dream. He wrestles with the angel. It doesn't say too much about it. It's a bit mysterious. Some say that it's the angel sent by Esav. Some say that it's like an internal war, internal wrestling. But for sure, there is a wrestle. There is a fight. There is a conflict. And in the morning, Jacob won, and he has a broken hip. He injured his hip, and he got a new name. Got a new name, Israel. Yeah, and your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have struggled with God and with men and have prevailed. Now, it's a, first of all, that's the first time that the word Israel is mentioned in the Bible. And that's a pivotal moment, really pivotal moment, um, symbolizing Jacob transition from a life of struggle to yeah, struggle, and also deception, like both how he kind of he's yeah, he's kind of he stole the right of eldership from Esav, at least some from some interpretations, and Lavan, his uncle that he stayed with, quite yeah, he deceived him. He said, "Work for 7 years for me, and I will allow you to marry my daughter." and 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 he did, but he lied and he married him to Leah, which was yeah, which was another daughter. So, and he realized it only in the honeymoon. So kind of yeah, from he had a lot of struggle in his life, and a lot of deception, and he, his name Jacob, really, his name Jacob mean heel grabber. He uh, he held in the heel of Esav, like delay and just struggle. The name Israel, on the other hand, has many interpretations. We spoke a little bit about it yesterday. Sorry, not yesterday, in the last session, that Israel in Shema Israel, in the blessing, refers to kind of is associated with the heart, and uh, and Israel also can be Yashar, Yashar El, and that it's the exact letters. And instead of reading it Israel, you read it Yashar El. And and we have the right pillar, we have the left pillar, and we have the middle pillar. And the middle pillar represents yeah, harmony and connection from heavens to earth, from heavens to earth. Sometimes it's the other way around. So it's a pivotal moment. It's a pivotal moment that comes out of a very big struggle. So so that's really interesting, because again, pain is unavoidable, but how we meet it, how we struggle with it, is this what makes that can become a blessing or a curse. And in this case, for Jacob, this wrestling became a huge blessing. Yeah, to be named, yeah, to be named, to be given a new name by the angel of God. That's yeah, that's really nice. So in a beautiful book called Yemei Shiloach, it's a book about all the parashot, all the weekly the biblical portion. It is it in this parasha, it tells us how to deal with pain from a faithful point of view. And I'd like to share it with you. And yeah, and afterwards we'll have a breathwork session, uh, and kind of incorporating that. Maybe we'll see what comes up. So first, dealing with pain is it's a deep process, and I'm saying that it's deep because it's usually never about what's happening. It's never about they yelled at me or they were mean to me or it's or I have a wound. It's not so much about that, but it is about the weight, the internal deep weight that it carries within me. Because there is the external events and then there are the internal processing, right? So even, now you see me, I'm speaking, but the way you are perceiving it is through your own filters, your eyes and your ears, and this, in this case, it's the speakers of the computer or the TV, and you process the information according to what you already know, uh, and according to your experiences, and according to how you feel in this very moment. So it's such a complicated, complex processes. And for it to happen just like this, it's happening somewhere in the back of our mind, and mostly we're not aware of it. Now, when it comes to pain and to suffering, also a lot of the cause, it's not what is happening to us, but it is our relationship from it that, yeah, most likely related to how it was in the past, or also how we feel. So it's a very deep process, and uh, like everything, it's an experiential learning. My words, it's not about hearing the words and learning from the words. It's about seeing where the words meet you, and then when we have a breathwork session, see what happens. The first step um, is dealing with the pain regardless to God. So in a way, actually, maybe even defending from the pain, from the heat. Um, so that might look like avoiding, like suppressing something, like, okay, wow, that's very big. I don't want to deal with it right now. Just to have an ability to, okay, I hear it, I will attend it later. So an ability to ground. So we either ground in this realm, in this world, like coming back to the senses, or maybe we anchor it in faith. So there is a זה דודי וזה ראי. It's from Shir HaShirim, on Song of Songs. Uh, uh, this is my beloved, this is my darling. This is what's happening to me, and it's my darling. Really coming with love. The second step of dealing with pain is expressing it to God. Okay, so if I'm having a fight with someone, not fighting with this person, fighting with God, wrestling with my angels, or with angels in general, wrestling with the higher realms in regards to that, crying, yelling, feeling the shame, the guilt, the menace, but really taking it out, taking it out, taking it out. One of the saying that God is just like this love, this enormous love that can just take it in and contain the pain. Yes, yes. Like, it's it's not hurting. It's if something is just coming back as love, just coming back as love. Also, in this step, I want to say that it's quite important how is it done, because if when we express ourselves from the mind, often what happens is that we reinforce a story. And we just want to be aware of it. Kind of, where is this pain coming from now? Is it a pain of rumination, or is it pain of raw emotions? So where is it coming from? Is it coming from my heart, or is it coming from my head? And also which part of the head? But that's for another another chapter. Uh, but just kind of mm, yeah, just asking ourselves, how am I feeling right now? Coming back to the body, to the emotions. And this is from there we want to speak to God, straight from the heart, straight from the heart. And then the last part is first actually there is a sentence that in Hebrew it's min hamitzar karati ya aneni bemerchav ya. And the translation to that is, on distress I called on Yah. Yah is one of the names of God. Yah answered and brought me relief. So, yeah. Now, the third step is all the steps are not really easy, huh? especially when we feel pain and when we're not at our peak or center. It's hard. It's really hard to do it. And the last one, yeah, like holding our hearts in pain because it hurts, and reassuring it that it's all for the best. And even if we don't know it, even if we can't see it, in the higher realms, they see more. They see more. And it's all a part of God's great love, that one step towards our repair. And often a big part of the repair is to become aware that something is calling for a repair, or with harsh words, that something is broken, or not in its optimal operation or connection. And this what helps me, kind of a mantra that I come back to in this case, it's ואהבת את אדוני בכל לבבך, בכל לבבך, and you loved God with all your heart, not just when I'm happy and centered and feeling in my elements, but also feeling shame and anger, and with all the heart, with all the heart. There is another as well sentence that I really resonate with, and is highly, it's taught closely in mindfulness, in Jewish mindfulness, uh, also from the Shema prayers, is כולם אהובים, כולם ברורים, כולם גיבורים. And everyone is loved, everyone is clear, and everyone is might. And in this sentence, it talks about angels, right? But we said that angels, one way to look at the angels is just our own hormones and internal things come from the heart. Yeah. Would anyone like to ask something or comment, or yeah, before we start the breathwork session? Okay. So we this session, we aim to finish at 8:30. I know I haven't. Is that all right? Because in some places it said 7 until 8:15, and some places 8:30. Does anyone need to leave exactly at 8:15? All right. Good. Good. So let's start. let's start breathing together. So in the next breath work, we want to find any comfortable position, sitting or laying. Taking a deep breath in. And in the exhalation, allow the body to relax. Just become aware of your body as it is right now. Just let the things that you've heard echo inside. Noticing what has awakened in you. Notice how your body feels right now. The support that it takes. The different sensations in the body. And I invite you to start gently deepening your breath.
It's all the stuff that we said, all the stuff that we told, all the stuff that we touched, all the stuff that we hold. You and me.
Similar to how we deepen the breath grounding meditation. Emphasizing the rhythm. Making the inhalation equal to the exhalation. Every breath fills up the whole body, from the belly to the kidneys, all the way to the heart, neck, and head. Every inhalation. As we breathe, we change the way the body is working. And we emphasize the bridge between the realms. We emphasize it, and also we repair it, we build it. And as we do, all kind of content might come. I invite you to welcome it. As you breathe in your own rhythm. Making sure that the breath is connected It's natural to feel all kind of different sensations, tingling, lightheaded. At any time, if it feels too much, remember that you can relax the breath. If you have any concerns, you can send a message via the chat or call me. Just send the number in the chat. In this parasha, Jacob loses his favorite wife, Rachel. He deals with grief. Initially runs away from it and cries out, and then adapt with faith. As you breathe, stay connected to the breath, bringing it all the way to the heart. Work of breathwork is to notice when we are not breathing and bring back our machshava, dibur v'maaseh, our thoughts, our speech, and our action into the breath. So in breathwork, some type of breathwork and meditation, we actually use the speech, but in today, I really invite you to again and again bring the thought and the action, coming back to the breath. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, I'm breathing all the way to my chest, to my heart. As you experience what you experience, you experience your angels. every inhalation, the body expands. At every exhalation, we come back to earth. We release into gravity. I invite you to ask yourself if you would like to deepen your breath. As you notice the content, keeping the connection with the breath. allowing the breath to breathe itself. We're still staying connected to the breath. זה דודי וזה רעי. This is my beloved. This is my darling. As you breathe, on distress I called on Yah. Yah answered and brought me relief. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך. And you loved your God with all your heart. כולם אהובים, כולם ברורים, כולם גיבורים. All are loved, all are clear, all are heroes. Allowing the body to relax, the breath to relax. I invite you to watch your experience, to just observe it. Different kind of angels. Pleasant and unpleasant, love, the pain. Feeling the left, right of the side of the body, the right side of the body, and the center of your body. coming to the end of the session. Before opening the eyes and coming back here, I invite you to first of all check in with yourself. How are you feeling right now? What is alive for you right now? The lower realms, the upper realm. Your name. How does it sound to you right now? Name in Hebrew comes from the root of meaning or essence. What is the essence that you feel right now? And also ask yourself, what are you taking from this session? The last 75 minutes. Slowly, slowly, in your own time and in your own way, starting to bring back the awareness of movement, gradually feeling the earth beneath you, the air that fills up the body. Maybe stretching a little bit. Feel ready to move to sitting position. Slowly in your own time. You are in pairs. Feel free to spend some time with yourself, with each other. And even if we are alone in the space, we are such complex creatures. We have many versions of us inside. Just spending some time in togetherness. This the quality of how you feel right now. Thank you. Thank you for coming, for taking the time, for for investing time and energy and willingness to connect both to the pain and to love. Going to stop the recording now, and if anyone would like to share or have a question.